Remember, some of you guys asked for this, so enjoy. Welcome to a very deep, but not perfect, but thoroughly guide for new players. And I'm talking about alpha players on Eve Echoes. This is gonna be interesting. I will rant a lot. I will go through every thought that I have in my mind while I'm playing a new character. I will show you how I do it. I will show like where my thoughts goes, what you need to know, what the game doesn't tell you, how to be able to play this game quicker than if you find everything out yourself. You will eventually find a problem and you will probably YouTube it and find a solution, but I will limit those times by a lot. So I hope you're ready. This will be a long series and pretty long videos because I'm not really sure where to stop because it's like there's so much information. I could make them shorter, but like I think it's better to have this like when you're driving your car or when you're going to sleep or whatever. This might work very well because you can just start it and it will just go on. I think this is better than have like 20 minutes videos when I show just a few parts. This is more like you're actually watching everything unfold. I will be talking a lot, so let's go. So welcome to alpha training tutorial Eve Echoes something.
Please confirm your race.
This is for everyone that starts from the beginning or started right now and have no knowledge about Eve Echoes at all. I will go through everything as good as I can to make this as easy as possible for every one of you. I know there are some areas where there used to be a lot of questions, so we will get to those. And so let's go. We have to first pick a race. The race does not really matter except how your character wants to look. There was a time where alpha only could fly the race ships, but I think that has changed. I have to actually check that out, but I think it's changed. You can fly anything, but only up to a certain level. I think it's Tech 5. We can see that when we enter the game. So here at least you will pick a race, and I would go for, I usually go Amar because I like lasers. Oh, we can do this. We can go to Amar. We can do that. We can do this. This is how Amar looks. This is some of the Amar's ships here. So hold on, let me do this. Can we back up? Can we back up? No. Okay, so this is the first ship you will start with, and this is a battleship. This is called Apocalypse. I'm sorry. And this is an Omen, and this is an Abaddon. So this is just a glimpse into what kind of ships that you will fly. They do have some difference in both tanking and how they play, but it's not that big of a deal. It's a lot different in EVE Online, so this is simpler in that way. So Amar is lasers and mostly armor, and you can have drones. You can have drones on every ship, but Amar and Galente has more drone specific ships. So we have Galente, then you have the Megatron, and you have the is that an Imicus? I don't know. And this is the alright, let me see, what is this ship? The funny thing about this game is if you're going to do PvP, you need to know pretty much every ship because you do not know what you will meet. And yeah, I don't actually know this one. I know this one, but I can't actually remember it right now. Do I have to cut in the video? It's you have a Megatron, you have a Dominix, and you have the something with H, Hyperion. So yes, that's it. Those are also armor and drones, and they have railguns. So the damage types is not that different. I mean, The only difference is maybe the Kaldari, because the Kaldari use missiles that is, in my opinion, a little bit better than pretty much any other guns. Maybe except drones. Drones are very, very effective. Anyway, Kaldari you have here. It's a military race. They use missiles and mostly shields. This is the first ship you start with, and then you have Korax, I think, Raven, and dude, I really can't remember the ships. This is a Caracal or a Navy Caracal or whatever. So yes, and then you have the Minmatar. They're based around shield and armor. Oh, that I did not know that. This is different. So okay, so they have cannons, shield, and armor, and they obviously don't have drones, but they do have drones just as much as they have shield and armor. But anyway, this is the first ship. This is the Maelstrom. This is the Tornado. Oh man, dude. Okay, this is the destroyer. I can't remember the name. Anyway, so we pick one. I will go Kaldari this time. So we click next.
Your bloodline.
Yes, and here is the bloodline. It doesn't matter anything in game. The only thing it matters is the appearance. And I'm sorry for the quality right now, but I'm doing this on BlueStacks, and BlueStacks is not nice enough to have like a nice quality at all. I have everything on max, but it's still very, very bad. I could do this on my phone or my tablet, but I feel it's easier if I do it here, and it will represent better the way you play, because you will see when I join the game, it will look weird. So we have to pick something. We can choose different avatars here. You can change this one. I think there's different avatars on this. I don't actually know. Yeah, I would assume so. Oh, that was weird. We just pick something cool. Okay, this looks pretty much like me if I were a girl, so.
Final identity confirmed.
And we should have a name. Oh, could we have that? Tutorial lady, confirm identity.
Transneural brain scanner.
Yeah, that worked. Really? I love BlueStacks. What? Okay, hold on. Okay, we are back. I could not make a new character on my emulator, so I had to go into one of my alts. So I have not done anything with this alt. I got 20,000 ISK. I have nothing. Tap skills in the pop-up menu. So what they want you to do is actually to click up here on your character screen, like on your character. No skill in training, and I'm training on my main character, but they want you to go to skills here, and then the mission was completed. Now you have to click on this, whatever this talking lightning, you have to click on that, and then you get a new quest. You cannot just do the quest, you have to click on everything, and you should tap on a skill, frigate, defense upgrade, and you should click on level 3. You have to go to defense, right? Maintenance. No? Yeah, here. So this one, I will explain everything here. I will just see if I can do what they tell me. So you go to the defense upgrade, and then you have frigate defense upgrade here, and you will have to train it like that. Are you sure? Yes. And I will have a no for that one because I'm training on my other character. I will see if I can do something. But when you do that, you will start training. So this one will not stop doing that. So okay, if we go through this is your skills, and the skills are essential in this game to do stuff. It's pretty much like if you're playing other games, when you level up stuff, when you, for example, like in RuneScape or World of Warcraft or whatever you do, you level up stuff. Now you don't level up the same way, but here you can think about it like you're reading books. So this is just like the foundation of some of the areas in your skills. So for example, in here you have the cruising technology. In here you will have the like skills that makes you able to fly stuff, pretty much. And if I can do this, yeah, if you click on it, you can actually see what they do, except that they give you access to some ships. They also give you bonuses. So what actually is happening when you are working in this one, in this skill tree here, you will put skills down here. And this is like a training queue. So you will read one book and then you will read the other book in this training queue. And depending on how big of an Omega you are, you can put this 30 days at least. I think you can do, let's see. It doesn't say, but I think you can have like 2 days, the training queue. So you have to go in at least every other day to fill that up, just because you're alpha. You could also see here that if you have, when you're alpha, you're training 30, I don't know, like learning points a minute. And if you're Omega, you will train another 25. And this is the basic Omega. This is like the simplest Omega. It's about 170 Plex. Just to segue into Plex a little bit, Plex is actually a pilot license. So it's pretty much like a driving license. You have the alpha one, so you can fly certain ships. And if you have this basic Omega here, you can actually fly every ship. And to be able to activate this, you need Plex. And Plex you can be bought for like from real money, but you can also buy them in-game. Fun thing about EVE Echoes and EVE Online is that you can actually make the money in-game to support your game, so you can actually fly all the ships. So what you need for the basic Omega is 170 Plex. And I think Plex is now, I think they cost about 1.6, 1.7 million each. So that is about 315 million ISK for a month. So if you make 315 ISK in 1 month, you can actually put that into Plex and you can just play like everyone else. But then, yeah, sure, you could pay even more Plex to get even this extra 5, and you can actually buy all microchip that you put in your head that gives you 15 extra. So you actually you train your skills faster this way. So let me just segue into that again. Up here you have a check level. Pretty much the more you train, the more check level you go up. And this is the skill point required for me to go to the next check level. I have 49,000 and I need 51,000. So I'm very close to go to tech level 3. Here you can see about how long time I have. It's an hour. I'm not training right now, so but you will do this a lot quicker than I am right now, because you will be able to start training right away. So, and you can see here how much you train. You train plus 30 because you're an alpha. And here you can see you in my screen I have 96% to level 3. So I am level 2, 96%. So I'm almost there. And what happens when you go to another tech level? Well, if we open up the ship tree down here, this is just a way for you to see what kind of ships you have. This here is the races that we picked, and I went Kaldari. So if we go to Kaldari, just, I mean, you can use whatever, but we start with Kaldari. You can see here you have the tech level all the way up here, and every tech level will unlock like this line here with ships. You can actually fly up to tech 7. The only problem is if you fly a tech 7, you cannot train the advanced micro warp drive skill, and if you cannot train that, you will not get these bonuses. So you will essentially fly a worse ship than you could fly if you had Omega. So anyway, okay, back to the skills. Now you know what the skills are. Now you know why you need to skill stuff, everything here is basically what you need to focus. This is the most important thing in the whole game right now for you. Depending on what you want to do, if you want to go PvP, you want to go cruising technology, because you have afterburner and stuff that I can go through later. You have all the command like for flying destroyers, cruisers. You also have the maintenance. This is basically how good you will repair, how much armor you will have. Electronics is mainly just targeting. It's also if you want to disrupt stuff, if you want to make your target less capable of doing stuff, like you can scramble them. You can do there's a ton of stuff. I can actually make a video about what everything is if you want to, but that would just, I would never get past this if I go through all that. You have the weapons. Here's everything. Drones, which is a smart move to go train drones. I think that's very good right now. Industrial, if you want to build stuff, you have it here in production. You have mining if you want to go out into the asteroid fields and gather stones or asteroids, like chunks of that, and sell that. When you get that, you will get that in a raw ore, so that is not reprocessed. And the skills just below mining is where you reprocess it, so you can get minerals out of it, and the minerals is what people want to buy. Social science here is if you want to start a corporation, you train these skills. Not these skills, you can train just one, but yes, you can see you need actually to be at least basic Omega to do some of these skills. Trade is very good. You can put more stuff on the market if you train this. Otherwise, trading is very expensive, at least if you are going to sell stuff, unless you have those skills. Applied science is invention. You can discover new ships, you can discover blueprints. Faction tech is, yeah, you're inventing faction ships pretty much. It's pretty much the same thing. Natural science is planetology. So you can, for an income, you can put out, what could I call it, like bases on planets that harvest materials that you then can sell. Those harvest the materials like all the time, so it's AFK. You can log off, you can come back the day after, and you can collect it, and then you can sell it. Exploration is a new thing that came recently, but this is pretty much you can find new places in the space, so you can find more expensive stuff and do all that stuff. Biology, this is actually, you cannot train this. Those 3 skills are from here. Those are actually these 3 ships here. Ships, when I say ships, it sounds like ships, but it's like chip that you put in your brain so you get smarter. So this is all here. You need to train this, always have your queue going, so you can get up in the tech level, so you can fly more ships. Now you can click on this switch here and everything is just very weird, so you can just click back on that. Be on this side. This is the side you want to be on. So yes, this tutorial tells us to train the skills. So now you know how to do that, how it works. We can also go into the market, and in the market you will find here pilot service. This is the Plex, pilot license service or whatever. Yeah, you click on pilot service and this is the Plex. This is what you need to buy, and you can buy them here. They are sold in one station only, but you can access them in any station. So if you buy them, they will get into your, like a Plex vault. So you will not go, you will never need to go and get them. They just get to you like for free. Here you buy them, you click purchase, and then you purchase just like how much you want. You need 170. I'm not sure if he sold that. Yeah, he did. So okay, this is 272 million. So if you have that, you buy this, and then you go to your character, and then you click on this character here, what should I say, you go to your image and then you go to character, and here you see alpha clone. If you click on this one, it will ask you to, do you want to buy the duo bundle, which is the most expensive one. This is 500 plex. I would not suggest you to go for this. You only need this one, basic. This will make you able to fly every ship in the game. Every ship. You will be able to train every skill in the game. You will be able to do everything in the game, but you will train a bit slower than those who pay extra, so you will get to the tech level later, pretty much. But don't rush the tech level. I mean, you will need the time to learn the game. So this is how you do it. You can purchase it with Plex if you have Plex, but I don't have Plex here, so you can also purchase with real money, but that's not why we're here. So I will avoid this one, and I will just go. We changed this. Okay.
I would very much like to see a genuine slaver house.
I don't know. Hold on. This is way too loud. Can I change the volume here? Let's try that.
How are you feeling, pilot?
Oh yeah, much better. So basic. Oh, yep. Let's go back.
How are you feeling?
This little is fiery ball here. If you click on this one, you can actually go in here and you can actually rename it to whatever. You can name it into my mother, for example. That works well. So now it's your mother talking. You better do what she says. So okay, here's basic tutorial. This is advanced tutorial. This is the career plan, and this is control tutorials. This is essential for you to do before you even talk to someone. I really mean that. There's like, you will learn through this. So we missed a little bit in the beginning, but I assume that you have docked once in the game. Anyway, we got the train skill. I cannot do that right now, so we would just jump to this. Can I do it? Yes. Claim skill. Dock at any station. Accept. Go. You have to click on follow the instructions. You know, we just did that because I'm already docked. You would have got that probably earlier. And we did dock and we got another ship. So what I just did, I went a little bit quick, so I'm sorry. If you click on your image, no, you can actually just click here. No, you can actually click on your image because you can actually change this into something else. So I would show you that. Here you have set shortcuts. You can decide what you wanna show on this bar here. So if I say go on here and you don't have that there, then that is my fault. So you go on your image. You're like, and then you go to your inventory here. And now the inventory, it should say hangars because like inventory is so weird. But okay, so this is your hangars. On this side here is everything that is related to hangars. This is the item hangar. This is where you have items. This is the ship hangar. This is where you have ships. And when you join corporations, you will have corporations hangars down here and so forth. So this is what we're setting right now. I think, no, this is what we're setting right now. Oh my god, this BlueStacks is not nice. Okay, so this one is what we're setting right now. And this what the ship is, the ship that we got. So I know what's gonna happen, so I would do this. Oh, this is so laggy. Okay. They will ask us to change the ship probably. So we go back to basic, claim new ship. Yes, we did that. Activate new ship. And they will tell you what to do here, but I will just tell you to accept. Then you can close this, and you can click away this. And this is something you can remove later, but right now you don't need it. So to go in and change your ship, I will first go and do this. Why is it so laggy? This is, if you go to your image and you go to fitting here, this is your ship that you are currently sitting in. And you can see you have all these squares here, and you have some items inside. So this ship has one slot here. This is called the high slot. This is where the guns are mostly. And this is the mid slot, and this is the low slots. So high, mid, and low. And items can only fit on different areas. So high slots is mainly guns. You cannot put a gun down here. And here we have like other stuff that I have to go through in another video. So, but you get the point. So I would just click on this and unfit, click on this and unfit, and click on this and unfit. So what we basically did was we took away everything from this ship. So this ship has nothing on right now. And if we go to your image and you go to your inventory, yes, there, you can go to item hanger. Can this move away? No, I don't need that. So here is now your items that you just picked off your ship. Now every station is different. So I have now placed, if I click before I talk. So down here you have your personal assets. This is every items that you own in the game, in every station that you own. So if I click on this one, you will see every station here that you have items in. Right now I am in Bantish, am I? Yes. This is where I'm docked. It's the only way you can see that is because it's 0 jumps, but I don't know, it's not accurate enough. There's several stations in the same system, so but I know that I sit in the Velator here, so I know this is my station. I have some items in this station, and I cannot just move them to another station by just dragging. I have to go to that station. But anyway, this is where I am, and I can close that one again. So what we now need to do is actually change your ship. Oh, my ship, sorry. So you go to your image and you go to your inventory, not the fitting, because you don't want to go to ship that you're in. And then you go to ship hangar, and then you can click on the Atron. Yes, and then you can put set active on it here. Mission complete. I don't know why this is so laggy. It's not this laggy in like on the phones or whatever. So now we're in the new ship. This is the new ship. If I open up the fitting again, I will now open up the fitting for this new ship that I'm in. And this ship already had guns. There's no more slots available, because if I show you how that looks, unfit that, close that one, you can see that this is highlighted, and so you know that you have 2 slots here. So I fit this again, and I can have something here, but I don't own anything here. When you click on one of these squares, you only get the items that you can fit on there. So if I click here, I will get the guns and stuff I can fit. If I click here, there's nothing, because I don't have anything. And it's the same with the low slots. So okay, by the way, while we sit here, this is gonna take a while, so there's a lot to learn, and I will try to do it as simple as I can. This is the offense. This is your damage. This is where the damage comes from, and it's the turrets. Now if I would have drones with me, I would have some damage here as well. This is the like every damage, and this is the damage for each type, so to speak. You have the defense. Defense is up here is your overall defense. This is calculated with resistance, the amount of armor, shield, and hull that you have. This is the shield, armor, and hull. Pretty much this is what goes down first on your ship, and then you start taking damage on your armor, and then you take damage on like the hull. The hull is kind of like the skeleton of the ship. You can tank with everyone. You don't need to always have a full shield. You can have a full armor tank, so that means you don't give a crap if the shield went down. Like if the shield goes down to 0, you be like, no problem, because you're tanking with armor. And the reason for that is some ships are like have a bonus to armor stuff. So if you see this shield is right now selected and you can see the resistance you have on the shield, you can click this one and you see the resistance you have on your armor. So when you put stuff on your ship that gives you resistance to armor, you would like to armor tank it, because if you're tanking with shield and you have all resistance on armor, you will not get the effect. Like you will not be able to tank as much. You can also tank with hull. I think I have not tried it yet, but you can actually do it. Sometimes it's good. In some ways, we can talk about that some other time. So then you have the capacitor. Every ship has like a big giant battery on, and that battery drains the more stuff you do with the ship. Like if you're activating guns or activating repair modules or flying faster, whatever you do, everything drains your capacitor. You also have, if I click on this one, this yellow bar here, this is the power grid. This is more like how much stuff your shield, like how much stuff your ship can handle in terms of how many modules you can have. So you have to be below that, and you can see that by this yellow that, yeah, I could actually put something else here, but I cannot put more, so I go over this. Targeting is pretty much, you can see your, like we don't have jamming yet, but you can see how strong your ship is against jamming. You can see how big your ship is. You can see how fast you can lock other people, and how many you can lock, for example. You also got navigation. This is how fast you're warping, and warping is different from flying. I mean, you can fly around in the space, but to get somewhere quick you have to warp, and you will learn that in the game too. Here is your warp speed. This is how quick you will go from not warping to warping. So kind of like a very fast Tesla, 1.58 seconds. I think that's the fastest Tesla. I don't know. Okay, so that is how that works. This here, you can see how fast you're flying if you're moving like a straight line. Every time you turn, you will affect the meter per second. That's also something for a later video, I guess. Here, down here, you can see there's 2 icons. This one is not important for you right now. This one is actually could be important right now. You can actually change the appearance of your ship. You can change it to different colors depending on if you have those skins, so to speak. So it's like skins. Oh, this looks so bad. Yeah, you will look on your phone or tablet and it will be very nice. This emulator is not good. Okay, so I'm kinda getting lost in all the information, so let's just see. Okay, what else do you might find hard? Down here you have your chat. Like this is where stuff happens. No, I'm sorry. Okay, so I will explain this one. Here is how many people that are in this system. This is your this is like a shortcut to the mail. So if you click here, you will go to mail and notifications. And notifications, you will get those all the time from the developers. And mails is, yeah, you will get stuff here too. I don't know. Okay, cool. Oh, by the way, I just remembered something. Do I have? I actually have skill points here. Now, even though I can't train, I have skill points here. So if I go back to training, this is something you might want to know. When you do not train anything, you do not get any skill points. But if you are Omega, or even better, if you have everything, you will actually just get allocated skills that you can put out whenever you like. So I got this level up here. So I will just click on this. You will see this as well. New license acquired. Mission complete. Tap to continue. And here you get this 30 days basic Omega 55. This is Swedish, 55 krona. This is I don't know, $5.5, I don't know. And then you get 30 plex as well. So I don't think it's too bad, but I mean, we're not doing that. So now this weird stuff unlocks that I don't like. Tech 3 ships, destroyers, scout ships, missiles, tactical modules. Just close this one. What's important is that you actually can fly more ships right now. And now you see you're level 3. You're 50% away from level 4. If you click on this one, it will tell me that it's 30 hours for me to get to level 4. So just keep training. So anyway, that is the mail. Here you have, like, this is weird. Why do they have this one? If you double click here, you have the same one. So I don't know. Here is your help channel. Yeah, ask questions and you might get help. This is the system. This is where stuff tells you, like, if you jump to a new system, it will say you are in a new system or stuff like that. The local is everyone that is in this system, like in this around this sun, because every system has a sun and planets, and when you jump to another system, you jump to another sun with other planets. This is local. This is everyone that is around this sun. Alliance is okay, we'll go to corporations first. Corporations is like a guild, like a clan. So when you join that, you will be able to talk to the corporation here, and several corporations can get together into an alliance. So then you will see everyone here. You can also add channels here. You can modify your channels here. You can play with that yourself. It's not important here. You can click on this one. This, like, have everything going here. Don't change that. And then you can just move down this chat if you don't want it at all. So okay, we have done that. We can click on this little sun orb again, go to basic, and always remember you have to, like, click eliminate pirates. You accept the quest first and you let him talk, and now you have accepted it. So you now need to go and eliminate the pirates and pick up the cargo containers. You have to dock, and then you have to dock at Arvol, I don't know, 6, yeah, that's what you have to do. So this is what you have to do. If you click go, could not fall. Here you have the undock button. If you click on this, your ship will undock. You are about to enter a low-sec system. You are not gonna get that because I am here. I don't know why. I actually don't know why I'm here. And this is how it looks when you're leaving the station. I'm leaving, okay, this way. That's different. I need to go to Amar, so I just click on this one. What happened was that I have actually flown my character to another system because I was not intending to play with this character. I was just doing something I can't remember. So now I have to fly back. So I will probably cut until we get over there. Okay, so I switched to my phone instead.
Autopilot
We are on the
engaged.
way to Orval. I changed my mind. I was on the way to Amar, but we will
Warp
go to
drive
Orville
active.
because we will then be able to do the mission, like the starting missions, so I can teach you how to do the PvE, like fighting, and how that stuff work, how
Drive active.
we're now jumping through a gate. This is another solar system. We should see
How are
if
you
we go
feeling,
to
pilot?
basic and we go to this one, eliminate pirate, claim again, mission accepted, and you click on this, and he will tell you what to do right now. So this is in the beginning, you don't have to do anything yourself, you just click confirm, and what happens now is that your ship
Autopilot
will
engaged.
warp
Destination reached.
somewhere in the space around this sun. They will just ask you, they're asking you right now if you really want to do it, and you say yes, confirm. You have your ship, and you will now warp to
drive
just a
active.
point, like just a point. So when we arrive now, we will have a quest to kill these pirates. Just close this one, close this one, because I will explain this. Now you got a circle that like you can target stuff. So if you click on that, you will target everything that is hostile to you, and you can pan around. Oh, I cannot do that. Hold on, I will go into settings. I have changed something. I think it was basic settings, I think. No, battle settings. Here. So the icons. This is what you will see. So before we start, you see that I take damage. You see the red stuff here. This outer layer is the shield, and the inner layer is the armor, and then the grayer one is the hull. So what you want to do is click on one of the enemies like this, and you, for example, put orbit. This means that your ship will not be stationary. Your ship is now automatically orbiting that ship all the time. I am now taking damage into my armor, so you will activate the armor repairer. So this one repairs the armor all the time. You can also activate, for example, you have an afterburner. This makes your ship go faster. You can see I go like 700 right now. Before I did only 500. So that's how that works. Now I am orbiting as close as I can at the maximum speed as I can get with this active. And what you need to do is actually to shoot down these ships. So, and you have your guns here. So you activate those and your ship is shooting. As you can see, if we zoom in, you're shooting and they are shooting. You can see I'm repairing my armor all the time. And what also happens now is that you will auto shoot. You will like continue to shoot on the next target if you have them locked. If you don't have them locked, you will stop shooting, and so on. So you can now see if I turn this off. If I turn off the repairing too. Hold on, let me just close all this. You can see that the yellow bars that I have is quite low. And that is the battery that I was talking about earlier. The more you do, the more battery it drains. So you have to manage that. So okay, we go back
How are you
to
feeling,
basic
pilot?
and eliminate the pirates, and then they wanted you to dock at a certain station. You click on this, confirm, and the ship will automatically
Autopilot
dock.
engaged. Destination
Are you
reached.
sure you want to warp? Confirm, yes I will. You know what, I remember something. We can go through some stuff here too, actually. So you have a button here. This is the thruster button, I think. I think we can call it that. It means like if I double click in space wherever I want, the ship will turn around and it will move that way. If I click on the thruster my ship will stop. That's how you make your ship stop. And you can see I'm at 0 meters per second. If I click on the thruster again, my ship will continue in that direction. So it's kind of like a brake. Also, you have this eye on the right. If you push on this eye, you will get this. Yeah, it's an overview. I'm being stupid. Yeah, this is your overview. Now, the overview can give you a lot of information about what's around you in space. If you have it closed like this, you can see that you have 3 small bars here. You have a red bar, like a red 9, and then you have like 3 dots, 4, and then you have a square that's 5. Now, that is just small indicator on what that is. The red stuff is anomalies. That is stuff you can do. The 3 dots is mining belts, and the squares are stations. You can see here, this is the stations. If you click on the arrow up here on the top, you can actually choose whatever you want to search for. You can search for ships, and then like all ships will show. You can change this, like you can customize this the way you want it to. There's probably people around you that has customized their own overview, and you can probably just get them like from them. But pretty much you have like stations, you have stargates. You can see every item has an icon. So if you look in space like this, you can actually see, okay, the red ones are anomalies, and there you have a belt, and there is a planet, and there's 2 stations. So you could navigate this way too, but here you have it on the side. What you can do is click on this weird stuff here, and this is like the setting, so you can filter out stuff if you want to make your own overview, but I would not do that right now. That's not what you need to do. So anyway, you can close that. That is what that is. What we should do is actually dock in the station, and it was, what kind of station was it? Like Orville something.
How are you feeling, pilot?
Orville 3 Moon 1 inner zone. Okay. So we go to stations. Orville inner zone 3 here, dock. And now your ship will dock. Also, if you want, you can move this around. You can actually mix those two, so you have all guns in one place. Makes it take less space when you have a lot of guns on bigger ships.
Docking
And we're
request
docking.
accepted.
And also, while I just saw it, when you log in every day, you will have these monthly login rewards. You can actually just claim them like this, and when you do that, they will end up on your allocated skills. You can see 100,000 allocated skills here. No, I'm sorry, I have 543,000 allocated skills, but I can only save up to 100,000 because I'm an alpha. I leveled up again, new license acquired, so just like we saw before, we have all these new ships. You can read about it if you want. Tech level 4, I'm 80% to tech level 5. You can click on it and you can see how long it takes. It takes 3 days. About 3 days, if you're training. Okay, so now we're here. We go into basic.
How are you feeling,
We'll
pilot?
click on this, eliminate pirates. What, really? Oh, I should loot something. Oh, I'm so stupid.
Autopilot engaged.
This happens. Like, this happens to me
Undocking.
even today. Like, you go in and you kill stuff, but you also have to loot stuff, and you don't. So try to
Destination reached.
read what... And here we are, and you can see that little square in the space. If you click on your overview, you can actually put this on loot, and you can now see the cargo container. You can click on this one, or you can click in space. You can click wherever, but if you click on this one and then you click loot, and you will loot this one. And now you got 2 guns, and then they say, okay, yeah, very good, and you can now dock. So now we're docking, and I'll see you in a few seconds. Just to give you an idea, because this is going to happen to you all the time, just click away this. If I now go to my image and inventory, and I have my ship selected here, the Atron, I can click on this one and I can move this to my item hanger. Now you think, okay, now, yeah, sure, I have a lot of stuff. I have stuff from before and I have stuff now. And you go to your item hanger like this and you'll be like, oh, I only have my guns. This is weird. And I explained this before, but it might not be like too easy to just like understand. It's like, this can actually be hard. I get this question all the time. If you go to personal assets, I now have 3 stations with stuff on. So I have this Malma that I had before, and Bantish, where, you know, I changed my ship. And now I'm in Orval, so now I have my ship here and the 2 guns. So I have to physically move them with my ship. So I have to put them in the ship and move to another station to have them, if I want to have them collected. I will do that in the next episode. I will go through everything in this game for you guys. It will be a lot of talking, and some stuff doesn't make sense, but in the end you will be like, okay, maybe this was worth like 3 hours of videos just because you have heard it, you have seen it. It will make a world of difference to actually put the hours that you need to like go through my videos right now. I don't know how many there will be, but there's so much to go through. And I'm very sorry if there are probably shorter versions out there, but I can guarantee you that you will still be like, oh, what did he do, what happened? We will continue next time because this is gonna take so long time. Okay, we will continue with fit a ship, advancement path, and begin advancements. We will go into
How are you feeling, pilot?
the advanced tutorial. We will go through the career plan. We will go through everything. This is enough for this one, and if you like it, please tell me. This is taking ages for me to do, so I hope this actually works. I hope it helps, and I see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.